Welcome back to the Swinging Blindly podcast. This is the 25th episode of our second season here in 2022, where we don't care where the ball lands. We didn't care when we did our first Swinging Blindly a few years ago, and we care just as much, if not less, than we do now. I'm Blaze Bryant here in upstate New York, and down in Connecticut is the man who loves to see a man jolt. A man who roots for a guy who rhymes with jolts. And he's hit almost 700 of them. That is PJ Geary. Hey, my guy.
That was a bit of a stretch there, but I was following you.
Yeah, well.
We're coming off of, if you haven't listened to it, please go wherever you get your podcasts. Swing Blindly podcast. And because Blaze was on an all-time heater last week, I mean, the man was unhinged and all over the place. And I appreciated it. Usually that's me, but I'm here today. I think we're both a little bit groggy from such a intense episode last week, but we're here and we're going to talk some baseball. We're going to gab about some baseball, all things MLB. We'll take your calls later on in the show, but we will get to some other pertinent issues before that. And I'm glad to be here, Blaze.
Absolutely. Facebook.com/Swinging Blindly podcast. On Twitter at Swinging Blindly, streaming live on the Colorcast Apple app and available wherever you get your podcasts. We'll have this up noon Eastern on Thursday. I do promise you that. My guy, I mean, so much stuff happening, which is natural because there's 2 weeks left of the season. But in looking at
crazy?
It is. And as you know, we look at the standings as the Dodgers, they clinched, I believe they clinched, obviously the division, but didn't they also clinch the best record in all of MLB? Or
Baseball, yep.
Yeah.
They clinched the best record in baseball, yep.
So as long as the Dodgers, 103 and 45.
3 and 45, yep. Yep, I mean,
which is
it's incredible, Blaze. I mean, they're 51 and 19 at home, and they're 52 and 26 away. I know we root for teams that are not the Dodgers, but this is truly the Dodgers' year to lose. There are a couple of other threatening teams that, in a playoff series could make some noise, but by golly, 103 and 45 on September 21st with. I can't do that math right now.
That's 148 games.
Thank you. So that would be
14 left.
Games left. Yep. So,
I mean,
they're 14 games to go. I mean, they are just a wagon that doesn't seem to be going off the tracks anytime soon. So,
right.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, hey, they're 58 games over 500.
Jesus.
They're 58 freaking games over 500.
Please, that's crazy. I can't even believe that you're like. That's wild.
It is. And that is more, by the way, that is more games over 500 than the worst team in all baseball, which is the Washington Nationals. They are like 45 games under 500. Riddle, that just...
Blaze.
That just tells you how good this Dodgers team is.
Let me ask you a quick question, just because that spurred a question out of me. So, the Nationals, they win the World Series in 2019, right? Would you trade one World Series for then in literally 3 years later to be the worst team in baseball? Would you make that trade personally?
No, I would not.
Really?
No.
As a Yankee fan, no. I guess as a Yankee fan, it's a little bit different, but I think there are certain franchises that would make that trade.
Yeah, I mean,
really
the Red Sox have made that trade. The Red Sox have made that trade. The Nationals have made that trade.
No.
I just
say the Red Sox did that because they won 4 in the last 18 years.
Right,
so.
but I can say that because they have had years, have they not, where they've won the World Series and then been last by plenty in the AL East.
Yeah. That's fair. You're right.
That's what I mean by that.
Yes, facts. That's true. For sure. Yeah, when you put it that way.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see. I mean, because the Red Sox, they were supposed to be really good this year.
Top team. Yeah.
They're the only one, bro. They're the only one in the AL East that is under 500. Riddle me that.
Wild. What a wild. I have them pulled up, but I don't have them in front of me. That is a crazy stat.
72 and 75, I believe.
Jeez. And so they may end up finishing under 500 too. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, hey, you've got Baltimore, who's 5 over at 76 and 71.
What a story. Again, manager of the year and story of the year is the Orioles. They're not going to make the playoffs, but I mean, gotta give.
Unlikely, but they are 5.5 out of a wild card spot.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens as Tampa Bay, because I was going through all this a little bit before we started the show here. Baltimore is like the last team that to me is realistically in it. They're 5.5 back of the wild card. I mean, they've got ahead of them Tampa Bay, Toronto, Seattle. White Sox are right there with the Orioles as well. And then the teams that you can eliminate. You can eliminate the Twins. I mean, they're what a disappointment they are. You can eliminate the Red Sox. And then, of course, the teams that have been long eliminated. The Rangers, the Angels, the Tigers, the Royals, the A's. So by my math in the AL, using that 5.5 and then the next closest team 8.5, 7 teams have been eliminated from the postseason, at least in the Blaze tracker. Now, which is different than mathematically, but I try to put some practicality in the mathematical.
So our guy, again, always in the chat, Sports GPS, says Orioles has and look, I'll be full disclosure, don't know exactly, I will never know how to pronounce this mathematical symbol, but thank you, he says it. Orioles have a less than 1% chance. He literally corrected me as I was speaking. I love Sports GPS. I love him so much. Orioles have a less than 1% chance to make the playoffs.
Oh,
Twins
sure.
Twins and Orioles have the same chance by SOS. And that's our guy. That's our guy. Always there for us.
Shout out GPS. Yeah.
But I also am picking up what you're putting down there, Blaze. I mean, at this point, and honestly, just for any fans of anybody who's listening, like for those teams that you named, the teams that are on the fringe, it's faith. Got to have some faith. And I mean, we got 2 weeks left. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, anything can. I mean, we've seen instances where teams have had a 7-game lead with 17 to go and they've blown it. So 5.5 with 14 is about the same.
Absolutely.
Granted, it's unlikely, but the fact that the Orioles are even in the conversation is awesome. Pretty damn impressive.
So good.
So, I mean, to me, 7 teams eliminated
Blaze.
In the AL. You look at the National League, my guy, and there are 8 teams that, in my estimation, are eliminated. And it starts behind the Brewers. So you have the Giants, you have the Diamondbacks, you have the Rockies. Then the 3 teams in the Central with Chicago, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Then in the East, Miami and Washington.
Correct.
And it's interesting because there are a lot of parallels in these wild card races. So in the AL, you have Toronto, Tampa Bay, Seattle. They've got the top 3. And then you've got the White Sox and the Orioles clinging to hope. In the National League, it's, right now, Atlanta, whomever ends up second in the NL East, Linus is the security blanket because no one's catching them. San Diego's not catching them. Philly's not catching them. Milwaukee's not catching them. So really, you've got realistically in the NL, you've got one, two. You essentially have 4 teams vying for 2 spots, and in the AL, it's you've got really. You've got 5 teams vying for 3 spots. So, point being, it's going to be a really freaking exciting couple of weeks here. And who knows who's going to win the NL East. That's the only division, really, that, as I look at it, that isn't, to a degree wrapped up. I even think the AL East is wrapped up. The Yankees are winning it.
Bold prediction.
I feel very confident about that.
I like that. I like you taking a stand. I really appreciate that. And just to your points, I just want to say, in the NL East, the Mets and Braves have both locked up playoff. They've both clinched a wild card, at least a wild card spot, and then obviously the Dodgers winning the West. And the only team in the AL to clinch a playoff spot as we speak is the Astros, who have clinched that division, as we both know. But yeah, man, the bold prediction, I like that. I'll echo your sentiment. The Cardinals are winning the NL Central, bro. 8 games up, the Cardinals are taking the division, and I'm going to stamp it right now and not feel bad. If they do lose it, I'll feel pretty bad, but I'm not going to feel bad. The Cardinals, I just want to say, they are a game out of the best home record in the National League. I want to fact check that for the entire major leagues are only behind one team for best home record in the entire major leagues, and that's the Braves. 52-26 at home. The Braves are. Cardinals 51-27. And the Cardinals for a record 14 straight season, I think I have that correct. Topped out at 3 million and counting fans. They average the second most fans per home game, second only to the Dodgers in the 40,000s. That's a home field you don't want to play at, and I don't know if it doesn't seem likely that the Cardinals will catch the second spot. Obviously the Dodgers will take number 1. Yeah, they're 8 games behind the Mets currently, with the Braves just behind that. So I don't think that'll happen, but I will take a home series against whoever the wild card team is, Cardinals, with those numbers. So I'm looking forward to that. So we both have some bold predictions, and look, I don't want to be. We were kind of discussing this, that we don't really have there's a couple of main stories in baseball going on right now, and as a baseball podcast, it just so happens that some of those main stories coincide with our favorite teams.
Indeed, they do.
We clearly have not done that on purpose, but that's just the way it is, and I think every baseball fan would agree. Obviously, if you're a fan of a certain team, you may have a different view on that, but I think there's a couple of main storylines going on in baseball as for baseball fans, and they just so happen to coincide with our favorite teams, Blaze. And it's been really cool. It's been I don't mean to keep going on a tangent, but just really quick. I said this to Anna yesterday, or I don't know if it was a couple days ago, but this has been, regardless of what happens, Blaze, this has been the most fun I've had watching the Cardinals as a fan.
Well, yeah, how could you not have a lot of fun when the house is rocking and Albert Pujols is at the plate and getting closer to history?
A swing and a long drive, left field. Albert Pujols just tied the game with home run 698. 98. Light up the night.
No doubt about that pitch. As we've talked about it earlier, John, Albert is looking early in the counts. Pitchers like this who don't know Albert, try and throw that get-me-over-first fastball to get a strike. And Albert was sitting on it, and he made no mistake on where it was going to go.
No, he didn't, and that was on, I believe it was Sunday, so you had John Rooney, Ricky Horton on that call, KMOX. PJ, 6 straight games as of that recording, he had driven in an RBI. And first, while swinging, Albert Pujols, right around 435.
Blaze, it is, and I when we talked to Willis, or sorry, not Willis, when we last time
What
we
you talk about, Willis?
Yeah, sorry, that's a different podcast. Sports. That's my college football podcast. Shout out a college football podcast wherever you get your podcast. With Sports GPS pointing out how when literally I believe it was the Wednesday night that we talked last that Pujols joined the 2,200 RBI club.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's everything I had no idea this was even possible. I remember going into this season speaking to people and just in my own head that him even getting close to A-Rod would have been a success because look, obviously I want 700. Obviously, like I listened to a podcast. Sorry, let me just another quick tangent. I listened to a podcast the other day, one of my favorites, and one of the guys said that we've talked about this, that Judge's 62 is more impressive than Pujols getting to 700, and this person, a little younger, said that plenty of guys have gotten to 700 and not many have gotten to 62, and I had to tweet at this person because I don't know what your definition of plenty is, Blaze, but there's only been 3 people in the sports history to hit 700 home runs in their career. So to gloss over that and not to diminish, because you know how much I love what Judge is doing. He is the current leader in Triple Crown numbers, and we'll get to it. Possibly one of the greatest offensive seasons ever. And I am an Albert Pujols fan. But yeah, 700 home runs, hitting 700 home runs in your career, we don't know how many times it's going to happen.
I mean,
it may not happen again.
Yeah, and hey, with all due respect to the person who said that Judge's 62 is more impressive than Pujols' 700, I'm going to just drop this really kindly. Because you're flat out wrong.
Thank you.
And I'm not saying it because
you're my guy.
And dude, I'm not saying that because we're on a podcast here. Because I mean, 62 has been surpassed by 73. With Barry Bonds.
He's the 6th player ever Judge to have. I have more stats for Judge as we go, but 6th player ever to hit 60 home runs in a season. I'm not saying that isn't crazy impressive.
Right.
700 is longevity. 700 is staying healthy. 700 has only been done by 3. And 2 of those, say what you want about Barry Bonds, I love him. But him aside, 2 of the greatest players, probably the 2 greatest baseball players that ever lived, in Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron. So, and Pujols is right there on the cusp of being in that. He's already in similar groups with them. But
yeah, well, and the other thing too, and this is going to sound like I'm
so much right now.
This is going to sound like I'm diminishing Roger Maris, and I'm not.
No, yeah, I know you aren't.
Roger Maris didn't even have 300 home runs in his career.
That is insane.
I mean, the 61 was an outlier.
And then he did win an MVP with St. Louis after his Yankee career, but he obviously didn't come close to 60 home runs. Yeah.
Right. I do think Pujols is going to get 700, and again,
we
will have if If Pujols hits 700, we will have the full at-bat. I will play the at-bat. Same with if Judge gets to 62,
Absolutely.
which
Absolutely. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So, while we're talking about Judge,
wait.
okay.
Let me pause. Sorry. Just because I want to get this in because we didn't get it last time. Speaking of records with the Cardinals, I just want to point out, we didn't get to talk about it. What Adam Wainwright and Yadier Molina have done with their 325th start together as a battery, that is true. Like a Joe DiMaggio, 56 games, like Cal Ripken and it's an unbreakable record that will never happen again in today's baseball.
You're absolutely right.
Starts together, and they're going to continue to add on to that. Just want to get a shout out to my guys Wainwright and Yachty, because regardless of what happens, I don't think Blaze, and I think this record could stand for 50 to 60 to 70, maybe even more years. It might not ever be broken. So,
for sure, good call on that, my guy. I didn't forget about it.
Shout out. Yeah, I just want to give a shout out. Yeah.
Right.
I know you appreciate that record. I know you do.
Absolutely. I just have the Judge calls up here in front of me on the computer, and
So let's get to those because they were epic, brother. Let's get to
yes, and we
Jones,
have John Sterling for all three. Let's start out with number 58 in Milwaukee.
Swung on, there it goes to deep left. It is high, it is far, it is gone. Wow, what a home run to the back of the building. Another home run for Judge. That is a Judgian blast. As he rounds third, all rise. Here comes the Judge.
And if you'd hit that a little further and there wasn't a window there, that goes out into the parking lot. That was unbelievable. Wow.
Oh, that's something. If Taylor hadn't made that catch, he would be 4 for 4 with a walk.
Okay, I didn't quite clip that as soon as I thought I did. So John and Susan in Milwaukee, that was homer number 58. And dare I say 59 was a little better.
The 2-0 swung on and hit in the air to deep right center field. It is high. It is far. It is gone in the second deck. That is a Judgian blast. Number 58 on the year as he gets closer to...
Sorry. You can't have 58 and then 58, so here's 59.
The 2-0 swung on and hit in the air to deep right center field. It is high. It is...
Hang on, I may have completely goofed this here.
Maybe if we play the 58th home run multiple times, we can manifest 61.
Yeah, well, if we just keep playing 58 and 58, then we get to 60.
Swung on and there it goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He's tied the Babe. It's a Judgian blast. His 60th home run of the year. Wow. All rise. Here comes the Judge.
And on the screen is a picture of Aaron Judge superimposed over the Babe. Fastball right down the middle. What a picture on that scoreboard as Aaron Judge is running around. It's on the big scoreboard, but superimposed is him right over the Babe with number 60.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Yes, it is, John and Susan. That was at Yankee Stadium Tuesday night against the Pirates. My guy, obviously, that's an epic call on an epic home run.
Absolutely, and I have two things before we get on. Do we have one more audio clip?
Well, we do, but let's build this up because I do have a good build up to this. So go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, absolutely great call. It is one of those. It's one of those things. It is high. It is far. I mean, I've grown up on it, and it's really cool for it to be happening in this certain. I mean, it's not lost on me how special a 60 home run season. I've said it the last couple of weeks we've done this show. How special 60 home runs really is. Like, it's only been done by 6 players. It's been done now 9 times because Judge has done it, but
Right.
9 times by 6 different players. That is special.
It is. It certainly
what-
is. And just the description of the scoreboard and
Yeah.
the superimposed
That was
picture
kinda weird.
of Judge superimposed over the Babe. I mean,
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but I mean, whatever.
weird, but cool. And I'm glad that was something Susan added in,
Pointed out, yeah.
because
And then
that's something obviously you would see on TV, and that's why we play the radio calls here on the
There you
Swinging Blindly podcast.
absolutely. And then Sports GPS brought up a good point that I actually was thinking myself. What makes a Judgian blast a Judgian blast? Is it just that Judge hit it, or
Yes.
is it just because he hit it super far? What is
It's
a Judgian blast?
a Judgian blast is because
Sounds sexual.
well, if anything else, or if nothing else, it has, well, conviction.
Oh, wow, yes. Yes. You are cooking, my friend. Keep going. I yeah. Hands up.
Well,
was
thanks.
great.
And
That was great.
I just held my hands up to you in the camera here. Hopefully you saw that.
I did.
Because just to be perfectly transparent, we have a Zoom, we have a video feed that we have through Zoom. So PJ can see me, but well, of course I can't see him.
And
Anyhow,
GPS asked, "Is the verdict in?"
oh, I mean, guilty as charged.
And obviously, we will get our Sports GPS in shortly.
Yeah,
so
for
please,
sure.
Everybody, we appreciate you listening. So currently, we have Sports GPS D. Elliott, and it says there's a third in the chat, but I can't see that. But
Okay.
we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, well, and we'll get to you guys in just a few minutes. I mean, the game, just focusing purely on the game.
Do you want me to give you, before you play your last audio, please? Do you want me to give you the crazy stat? You know what? Never mind.
No.
I'll give you the stat after. Yep.
Right. Well, and I, honestly, because I got back from my blind bowling league Tuesday night, because I'm in a blind
love
bowling
that.
league, and
Always love that.
I'm outside, doing my nightly, mostly nightly ritual, and I had the game outside, and I had a game on the radio. I saw Clay Holmes gave up a home run. It was 8-4. I was like, okay, my God, and I just started with, having this internal diatribe of, all right, here we freaking go. The Yankees are going to blow this one. This is why they're not making it to the World Series. What a bunch of nonsense. Then Judge hit his 60th. And then, by some magic, this happened.
Swung on, drilled to deep left. That ball is going to be gone. A grand slam to win the game. A no-one-out, bases-loaded grand slam, bottom of the ninth. And the Yankees have come back in the ninth inning with 5 runs to win the game 9-8. Stanton finally delivered a bullet line drive in the left field seats. Giancarlo no si Poscaparlo.
Don't ask me what the hell that means.
Antonian home run. A bullet line drive in the left field seats. What an inning. Judge homers to make it 8-5. Rizzo doubles. Torres walks. Donaldson bloops a single. And Stanton hits a grand slam in the left field seats to win the game 9-8.
And how about it? And it came off of Will Crowe, so we ate plenty of his last name. That is the sound of the Swinging Blindly podcast. Player of the week,
Wow.
Will Crow. Willie Crow, sure he did.
Yeah, there's a lot to go on there, and you are back. Took a little bit, but you are back on one as you were last week, and I appreciate it. And you know what? Coming off of that, you have every right to be on one as you are, because that was crazy. I remember. So I put a bet in on Judge. They had a special thing on DraftKings, no free ads, for Judge to hit his 60th, and I put a wager on it earlier in the day, and so I remember looking at Bleacher Report. I fell asleep. I didn't know he did it until I woke up, but I put the wager on him, and I remember looking at the Bleacher Report, 9th inning, 8-4. I was like, all right, well, there's no way this happens.
Yeah.
Go to bed. Wake up in the morning. I watch the highlights, see both, not only the Judge 60th and then Stanton and Blaze. I'll give you this stat. The Yankees became the first team in Major League Baseball history.
Tell me.
To have not only a 60 home run player, but also a walk-off grand slam in the same season.
Say what?
So they became the first team ever to have both a 60 home run hitter and a walk-off grand slam in the same season. And if I'm sure you remember, the Yankees have 2 walk-off grand slams. And so they completed that record in the same inning.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, Judge led off the 9th with the 60th home run, and
then Stanton ended it with the walk-off grand slam, which the Yankees have 2 of on the year. Yeah. And it was the first time that's ever happened for a Major League.
Yeah, because, Donaldson hit the first.
There's only been 9 ever seasons of 60 home runs.
Yeah, and more. Donaldson hit I believe the first one was off the Twins.
Yeah.
If my memory is correct. Yeah, the walk-off slam. So, yeah, great stuff. I don't know what happened with the 59th home run, but anyway, it was in Milwaukee, and it helped the Yankees salvage that series. So, my guy, should we get to the color casters here?
Yeah, let's. I mean, so far we have our guy, Sports GPS. We have D. Elliott, who's been around for the entire show. So hopefully, D. Elliott.
Yeah, let's give D. Elliott some time, because
D. Elliott, if you're still around, we would love to have you talk to us here on Swinging Blind Podcast. I'll invite him to the hot seat for. What do you want to do? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes?
We'll give him a few minutes, whatever you want to do here.
I'll do 7. I'll do 7 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Because we're gonna give GPS 10. So if Brett or Peach Pirate don't come in, then we can give GPS 10, and we can end the show. So we'll offer D. Elliott. We're offering you the 7 minutes right now for whatever you would like to talk about. As we, a good show, Blaze. I mean, again, I want to apologize to the people who are listening that think that we're homers, but, it just so happens that the 2 biggest stories in baseball are with the Yankees and the Cardinals.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to apologize, because it's the storylines, and it's just the way it's all played out.
Oh, and I am having, like I said, Blaze, I'm telling you, yes, we have D. Elliott.
All right, hey, man.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Good, bro. Doing? How are you?
Good to hear from you.
No, thanks for inviting me on a little bit. I honestly, I think it's good for the game that there's something to kind of keep it exciting here in September.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, how do you guys feel about the new playoff format?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's interesting. I think what's really interesting are these 3-game series.
See, to me, this is how the wild card should have been a while ago. And let's be honest, D. Elliott.
I agree.
That's how the White Sox are relevant right now because the Cubs sure as hell aren't. And I'm not saying that from a place of like rubbing salt into a wound, but you got to acknowledge that if there wasn't this setup, then the White Sox would pretty much be eliminated.
We avoided we avoided losing 100 games. That was our World Series this year.
Yeah. No. Do you have a choir on there? Do you have any kind of string instruments? Do we have an orchestra we can play for that?
Ding,
Thank
ding,
you.
ding,
No.
ding, ding,
Oh.
ding,
Oh,
ding, ding,
there it
ding,
is.
ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. No.
There you go. Love it. Thank you, Blaze. That was beautiful. You didn't lose 100 games.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Going back, these series are really interesting. It incentivizes again. Not just winning your division, but winning the league. Like those 1 and 2 seeds, basically getting an extra week to rest.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I totally. I think the pitching, I think what's being lost is how much it's going to affect the pitching.
Yeah,
like you can,
absolutely.
like going towards the end of the season, you can, if you know you're going to be in those whatever spot, you could really manage your pitching to that point. Especially if you win the division, if you're a top 2 team just for example in the NL, the Mets and the Dodgers will be, or Braves, whichever one.
I mean, in the AL, I mean, it's going to be Yankees, Astros in the top 2.
Yeah.
Let's just use that as a better example there. Loser.
Oh, that was messed up. No, man, you're right. Like they get to, and just a counterpoint, the Yankees sure need to make sure their pitching is locked up. I mean, talk about a weakness for a playoff team.
It is a concern.
I've always felt that this isn't the word I wanted. There should be some kind of like a penalty. That's not really the word. There should be a disadvantage. I should say that, to being a wild card team.
Well, there is
being a division winner, and now I feel like there's really a pretty heavy penalty. Like it used to be, you just had to play the one game, and that was something kind of, but not really. You burn one pitcher,
but it wasn't
really like.
There are a lot of fairness issues with the one game, though.
Well, true. Oh yeah.
Oh no, I totally agree.
That's why I think these 3-game series are so interesting.
Yeah, because like with the one game, you could be 10 games behind the team, but you have that one pitcher who can go 7 innings of no runs. Like I think
like a Madison Bumgarner against the Mets.
Yeah, and I think the wild card teams deserve to have a little bit of a detriment, and I think that with the way that it is now. There is that. I think that's prevalent is a detriment to finishing in the wild card.
For sure. Delia, what do you think about the rule changes that are coming down the pike for next year?
Yeah.
I really like the pitch clock.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna increase pace of play, and I think that is a concern. And I'm sure it'll have an effect on game length, but that's not really the point. The point is to keep things going. The defensive shifts, I'm kind of ambivalent. I don't know. It's just going to increase offense, I guess.
I mean, but that's what the game needs, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the pickoff thing is interesting. Again, it just kind of keeps things moving.
Yeah, and which to me that's a good thing because hey, there are not a lot of baseball fans that are under 30. There just aren't because in large part to how slow the game moves.
Answer to
that. Do we still have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, do you have any answer to my evisceration of just Chicago in general last week?
Did you not hear it?
I gotta be honest. I missed a good chunk of last week.
Okay, well,
I got in near the end of it, but
I'll say it again. Chicago sucks. The Cubs stink. They, most people from Chicago stink, and
D.
I
Elliott,
wish
I'm not from Chicago, so
yeah, I promise you, because I'm gonna. What I will do is after our call ends here, I'm gonna play back some of that sign off. I've got to do it
you have to.
all right.
because
Well, again, thanks.
Do you have that ready?
I can get it ready. I can get it ready.
That is, yeah. You need, yeah. Elliot, please stay. You have 30 seconds left.
Yeah,
We can
I'm
always
gonna-
bring you back. Maybe you know what? If you're gonna stay on for a little bit, we're gonna be done soon. But if you can stay on, we can bring you back so you can get your live reaction to my
No.
my
right.
Chicago.
All right.
Yeah.
I can do that.
All right. Cool. Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good stuff, D. Elliott. Good to
we
have
love
you
it.
back on
Thank you.
Absolutely.
here on the Swinging Blindly podcast. So, PJ,
we'll do Sports GPS for 10, and then we'll bring back Elliot, and he can listen to what I had to say about Chicago.
okay, sounds good. So, you get.
Do you need a minute to get that? Ready,
No,
or?
go ahead and talk with GPS while I get that queued. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll bring GPS now. On the hot seat, we give him his 10. You know what? I'm going to give him 11 minutes.
Okay. Because
Good
because this has got to be heard, and we need D.
That's
Elliott's
weird.
instant reaction to it.
Yes, because Chicago stinks.
And
They stink. and
I mean,
hate
it was
them.
just
11 minutes, you spoil me.
Yeah, we gave you that
mainly to give me more time to cue this up.
No, but also because you're the man. What's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? I'm doing fantastic. Blaze, I'm gonna have to do the thing that I do. You said it was against the Twins this year. Donaldson hit it against the Rays on August 17th of this year. He hit it against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, you are just a. Oh man, I need to just give you a hug because of how.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean,
yeah.
again,
I was
talked
spouting
about this
purely off the
before.
top of my head. I'm glad you corrected
you're
me
good.
on that.
You're good.
No, I love
I'm
that.
there.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I actually pulled up. This is fun because I was like, how many career walk-off grand slams there are? And like, I can't like
Ooh, that's a good-
pulling
that's a
that up
good
is
stat.
impossible, really.
Did
But
you
they
find
do
it?
have one that is the ultimate grand slam, and to signify what makes the difference is you're down 3 and you hit a walk-off grand slam.
Yeah,
that's what makes it an ultimate grand slam.
Ooh, I love that.
Or dare I say a judging grand slam.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just call it ultimate. I don't want the judging.
Ultimate. No, you're fine.
What is a judging grand slam?
What is a judging grand slam? A grand slam hit by Aaron Judge, apparently.
I guess so.
But yeah, there have been 13 in AL history, and there have been 19 in NL history. That's including Josh Donaldson. Was last night an ultimate grand slam? I did not watch the game. Were they down 3 when he hit the homer?
Yep.
Okay.
It was 8-5.
It makes it 14. Okay, it makes it 14.
8-5.
So 14 in the AL. This has not been in. It would be the first time in history that a team has done it twice in a year.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, GPS.
It has happened multiple times in a year, just not the same team. Oh, I'm a liar. One other team did it multiple times. It was the 56 Pirates. I'm a liar.
Now,
Did you hear the
GPS.
stat that I said?
Would you agree that Will Crow is the swinging blindly player of the week?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. With the crow of him eating the crow. I liked it. I liked it a lot. What you did, I did have to chuckle. As a new father, I found that as a very good dad joke. So I enjoyed that a lot. I've been working on my dad jokes, so I'll have to throw that one into the pile.
I'm told that I just naturally come up with them. So if you need help, just let me
call
know.
you up.
Yeah,
I'll call you up.
Yeah, you got
For
it,
sure.
man. Absolutely.
I want to go, as I normally do, I want to go through your pod and kind of like put in my 2 cents. I did put something in the chat, so do not let me forget the one thing I put in the chat there, PJ. But let's talk about your Yankees now have, instead of having a 78% chance of winning the division, they're now at 98.4. The only team that has a chance to catch them is the Toronto Blue Jays. I hope they lose ground tonight as they're playing my Phillies in Philly. With Zach Wheeler's return to the mound, so that's always good for Philly and Philly fans, considering they went from a 90% chance to make the playoffs to 81.7 with their recent 5-game losing streak, including a sweep to Atlanta in Atlanta, which was tough to watch. But yeah, you're right. The only division that's really up for grabs is the NL East. As the Mets and the Braves basically have, it's almost a 60-40 split. Mets have the slight advantage as the game up. But it's really going to come down to, I think it's the series next week, Mets in Atlanta. So that's the series that's going to, make it count. So definitely tune into that if you're trying to figure out who's going to win that. As you said, Minnesota's basically out. Baltimore's basically out for playoff contention. So it's the White Sox have an outside chance of getting in the postseason. But it's basically Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Seattle as basically everything there, which is exciting. And then in the NL, it's Philly, Milwaukee, and San Diego is really the only mathematical chances of who gets in, who doesn't get in. So really, it's those guys there. I want to talk about the magic numbers, which basically brings that in. I don't know if you know what the magic number is, but for those that don't know what the magic number is, it is essentially wins by your team or the team that I mentioned and losses by the team trailing them combined to clinch.
Please give us these numbers.
The Yankees' magic number is 11 to clinch the AL East and 5 to clinch a playoff spot. The Blue Jays' magic number to clinch the playoffs is 10. The Rays is 11. And the Guardians to win the AL Central is 12. The Astros clinched everything last night for them. The Mariners to clinch the playoff spots is 12. So basically, between the Blue Jays, the Rays, and the Mariners, they're all basically in that same ballpark of 10, 11, and 12. As we go to the NL, the senior circuit, as it were, the Mets' magic number to clinch the NL East is 14. Essentially, there's 14 games left between them. That all makes sense right there. The Braves have clinched a playoff spot. It's just who comes down to winning the East and who goes for the wild card. The Phillies' magic number to clinch a playoff spot is 14. The Cardinals to clinch the NL Central is 6. The Dodgers have clinched everything last night. And the Padres' magic number to clinch a playoff spot is 13. The Brewers are outside in, hence the reason why I'm not giving them a magic number, because they're on the outside looking in. So, yeah, I actually, as a Philly fan, I'm going to, put in my Philly 2 cents here. I'm actually really excited to be the 6th seed because I believe, and this is no offense to your St. Louis Cardinals, but the Phillies can't play Atlanta in Atlanta. They've proven it time and time again. They have a better chance of beating St. Louis in St. Louis, even though it's a lesser chance than what, I would have thought earlier in the year. Phillies aren't playing great. St. Louis is playing great ball, especially since the calendar has turned to August. They've played phenomenal.
Did you not hear the stat that the Cardinals have the second best home record in all of baseball?
But as it were, there was a 4-game set in St. Louis, Philly, St. Louis, and it split 2-2.
When was this? June?
It doesn't matter. It happened. And the Phillies haven't beat Atlanta in Atlanta in what feels like 7 years ago.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
So I'm looking at pure percentages, my guy, that's where I'm at.
No, you hit me with that was I'm gonna say the same shit. Yeah,
it's just where I'm at. Now this kind of like rolls me into my point. I also said this. I bowl on Tuesday nights. Like I actually am in a legit let's do this thing bowling league on Tuesdays. I should have been blind bowling last night. I was terrible.
How'd you do?
Outside of the barn. So I have a 216 average. I'm not trying to toot my horn.
That is literally twice as good as the best game I had yesterday.
But I did not bowl great last night. We also bowl in a Baker format. It's a little weird. Like, I bowl directly against the person next to me. It's a 5-person team, but I'm bowling directly against the person that's in my slot. And those are 4 points, and then team total is 8 for 28 total points on the night. Oh, Gene Segura beating out an infield single in the bottom of the second. Had a baby. I lost all but one of my points last night, and a guy who, like, I was giving him one pin to handicap, and he bowled a 288 on me. I lost by 111 sticks because I bowled a 178, and I gave him a stick. So, I got whopped. I had the wrong ball in my hand. I'm actually, like, a relatively serious bowler. I had the wrong ball in my hand for most of the night last night. So, tough. But, hey, what are you going to do?
Damn. I like the idea of having 2 serious bowlers on the podcast. Like, I think bowlers are a special breed of people. I mean, the fact that you just said that you had the wrong ball in your hand, like any normal bowler, like, goes to play for fun. They're like, oh yeah, I'll
just grab a house ball off the rack.
Yeah,
right?
I'll grab this house 9. I don't know what that means. I can throw it. And then both of you are like, no, I got my ball. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Especially
I may or may not have 9. The over under of 9. I'm not. Anyway, I have like $2,000 worth of bowling equipment. It's really bad. I have a problem.
Oh my God.
But I do want to get to the thing I did post in the chat.
Got a minute left.
I want to make the case that we should have 4 wild card teams.
Ooh, I like it.
And here's why. It was actually made on MLB Network, so I've got to, like, give the hat tip to the network.
Screw
but
them.
You've got 4 wild card spots. The team that finishes first gets a bye. The team that finishes in second gets to pick which wild card team that they want to face.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay? Then the last division winner gets to pick between the last 3. And then the 2 teams that are left would face off versus each other.
Yes. I love
Y'all go ahead and discuss. I'm going to leave that little nugget.
No, I love that.
There.
Well, no, you still got 30 seconds. No, you stay. You stay.
I just think if you would bring Milwaukee in, like, who does Atlanta say that, who does the Mets say they want to face? Like, do they want to fit, That's the thing.
Jeez. What a absolutely. And again, Sports GPS, if you're listening to this, please follow him all over social media. Sports GPS, he's got a podcast. The Sports GPS CJ. I don't know. I don't believe that's. Let us know in the chat really quick so we can shout you out. Great questions, and I love everything he was just saying about those new playoffs. That sounds awesome. I'm with it. The Sports GPS is the podcast that I actually am subscribed to on Spotify, and everybody should follow him. And he's going to be a member of this show. So, yeah, no, I'm all for it, Blaze. I would love to give as much reward to division winners as we can. So if we need to add another wild card to do that, let's do it. And it's an interesting idea. As I'm queuing up the sign off. It's just going to take me another couple of minutes here. So it's definitely some really interesting stuff here, and I guess I'll throw this to you, mainly just to kind of stall for me. What say you here? How do you think the next couple of weeks of the season plays out here before we get D. Elliott on to get his instant reaction to your slamming of the Windy City? Oh, are we gonna get D. Elliott on now? I don't know if we can.
D. Elliott, if you can hang with us for another 5 minutes, we'll get you on. assuming he's
Yep,
still
he's still here.
Okay, cool. So just give us about another 3 to 5 minutes here, and then we'll get you on, because you need to. This needs to play out live. This absolutely needs to play out live. It's
so
that good.
We're gonna bring GPS and Elliot on. GPS said you should bring me and D. Elliot on as speakers. I will mute after the slam. So
Okay.
we'll bring them both on for a reaction, and just so Blaze Wednesday, I can do a show, but I will be in St. Louis on Thursday. I'm flying next Thursday back to St. Louis, as you know, to watch the last homestand of the season for the Cardinals. So that's where I'll be. Maybe we can do an impromptu show. I don't know if I'll be able to do Wednesday. I may have other things I need to do, but if I don't, I will do a show. I'll keep you posted. But just so the people know, I'm as Biggie said, I'm going back to St. Louis. So let's go.
For sure. Like I said, I'm still just kind of queuing this up, but yeah, just kind of give your take on how you think the next couple of weeks is going to shake out.
Oh, well, I mean, bro, I think the chalk will succeed. I think like we said, the Yankees I would be sus about, but I think they lock it up. NL East is going to be tough. It's going to be a tough. I don't really even know who I would want to face as a Cardinal fan, whether it's the Mets or the Braves. I guess if there's an NLDS, there's a chance myself and my wife can make it our way to a game at Citi Field and for the playoffs, my first playoff Cardinal game. But if not, then I'm looking. It's tough. I don't want to talk too much about it, especially the Cardinals' home runs. I'm going to St. Louis in a week from tomorrow. I selfishly want him to wait till I'm there to hit it. Since I saw his first home run this year, I would love to see his 700th home run. But if he hits it before then, I just want him to do it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, that's where you're at here, Swinging Blindly podcast. And let's see here, my guy, I'm with you. I mean, I certainly think that the Yankees are going to win the AL East. We're gonna have second best record. I mean, the Guardians are playing really well right now. Seattle, they're 4-6 in their last 10, but they've still been playing pretty decent ball. So it's going to be really interesting to see how things play out.
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
All right. So here, why don't you get those guys up, and then because I've just about got this ready here. So.
All right, let's get these guys back. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Was good.
Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Sounds good to me, my guy. Yeah. As we're getting those guys up here.
I'll do 7 minutes just in case.
All right.
G. Elliott.
So to give you, Blaze, to give you your time to finish getting the buffer, I'm gonna have PJ, you and I, D. Elliott, unmute, my man. I need you in here. All right, because we're gonna the conversation I posed, right? Let's say in this magical world there are 4 wild card teams, right? So what that does is it brings Baltimore into the equation or Chicago into the equation in the AL. it brings Milwaukee into the equation in the NL. So because the NL is basically decided if it happens, the Mets would have to choose who they want to face between Atlanta, San Diego, Philly, and Milwaukee. If I'm a Mets fan, or I'm the New York Mets, they've owned Philadelphia all year. I don't know what their record is against Milwaukee, but they know psychologically they've got Philly on a string. And I'm the Mets, and I go, you know what? I can face Philly for 3 in city. I'm taking Philly because it guarantees me going through. It also gives LA a bigger advantage for being the team, because then they have to face, a team that, ran, but they're the only team in the NL that doesn't have to go. Like, what are your thoughts on that? So then St. Louis would pick between Atlanta, San Diego, and Milwaukee. I'm sure they'd pick Milwaukee. And then you have, the same deal with Atlanta and San Diego, but it would there's intrigue, right? Like, now Philly has clipboard material because New York picked them. I think it's awesome. I think it would be phenomenal for the sport.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. And GPSC said that the league winners, like the number 1 division winner, would get a bye, right?
Yeah, they get a bye. They'd be the only team that wouldn't face the wild card situation.
Yeah.
With the 4 wild cards. So they get a little bit more boost for winning the league, for winning the pennant, right? Because that's what it used to
winning
be.
The pennant, really.
You had to have the pennant, and then they put the division winners in and all that. So you get the pennant win again with this, but then you get the intrigue of the second best division winner. In this case would be the New York Mets, or, in the case of the AL, it would be the Yankees, right? So who would the Yankees pick out of, let's just say Baltimore, because they're in position right now. The playoffs happen right now. The Yankees, are they picking Baltimore, Seattle, Tampa Bay, or Toronto?
I don't know. I mean, probably as the Yankee fan, I would say Baltimore. All right, guys, moment we've been waiting for here. So this was...
is this me? Is this me?
Yeah, so I'll set this up here.
Whoa.
So I asked PJ, any final words as we were getting ready to sign off last week, and D. Elliott, we need your...
About Chicago.
Here we go.
Good night, Chicago. You sack of bums. All of you. That's what I say.
I don't know why I'm finding this so damn funny.
It's just how I feel. Good night, Chicago. I hate all of you.
If you've only been to the south side of Chicago, where the Sox play, you must be talking about that part of town.
I don't believe he was. I mean, there's more.
Yeah, more, yeah.
All right, you want me to keep going with this?
Yes.
Roll the tape.
That's... Well, although have you ever been to Chicago though?
No, and I hope never to be.
Dude, it's actually
disgusting city.
It's actually a really cool city. I've been there twice. I've been there twice. They're not all bums.
I'll punch a Chicago Cubs fan right in the nose. I'll give him a nice Charlie horse. Maybe not punch him in the nose. I'll give him a nice Charlie horse.
All right, there we go.
You know what Chris Bryant said about St. Louis when he played for the Cubs? He said it was boring.
I would punch him, and I would punch him right in the face. I would punch any I stand by that. I would punch any Chicago fan right in the thigh, give him a nice Charlie horse. I will Charlie horse the shit out of any Cub fan. Absolutely. What do you have to say about that?
That is funny. It's threatening for sure.
Yeah, you know what?
How safe do you feel?
That's a very gentle threat. I have to admit, no one has ever threatened to Charlie horse. I've been threatened with far worse, but oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna Charlie horse the shit out of you, bro.
you're gonna feel it for at least a day.
Yeah. I'll punch you so hard in your thigh, you won't even know. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
I gotta hop off.
are we enemies forever now?
I think we're okay. I know Delia said he had to drop.
We still
Oh.
Delia.
I thought I heard it drop. I'm sorry.
No, Sports GPS dropped.
Okay.
No, I'm still here. I just muted for the slam. I wanted D. Elliott to have that whole time, so he would get it. Phenomenal, pure passion out of a sports fan in the heat of the moment.
Yeah,
is what last week was for you.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I was literally cracking up the entire time, mainly because I just wanted to change all those words, except instead of Chicago, say Atlanta. You know,
I'm with you
No,
there. That tomahawk chop annoys
you know
the
what?
shit out of me.
You know what? I will I stand by my I mean, I will never drop my Chicago bias ever.
And you shouldn't.
Nope. Never. They are pieces of everybody. I'm not gonna say it that much, but everybody from Chicago. Everybody from Chicago needs to come see me. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love the kid commentary in the background.
Yeah, it's great.
Because both you and D. Elliott have kids there at GPS, so it's either way, it's really cool.
Right. D. Elliott sounds like his kids are have a little bit more seasoning, quote unquote. Or he has more seasoning as a father, right?
Some salt and pepper. Yeah.
Right. But you know what? It's so good. Blaze, this is the point in time where you wish you had Frank Sinatra's New York, New York queued up.
Oh,
so
man.
you just play it off after
Guys.
Well, hang on. I can hang on. I can make that happen. Hang on.
Be a part of it. New York,
New York. That's my go-to.
You all suck. I'm gonna cue this up here.
It's my go-to karaoke song. I
love
slay
Frankie.
it.
Oh, really? So
with
yours
Frank
is New York,
Sinatra.
New York.
My go-to karaoke is New York, New York. I slay it every time.
Really?
Mine is I'm Still Standing by
kill it.
Elton John.
That's not bad. I'm a Piano Man guy. That's the ringtone on my phone.
Blaze and GPS. I'm telling you, I kill New York, New York every time.
Fair enough.
Every single time I do it. So
I'm sure.
Yeah, and I always hate it because fuck the Yankees. So
yeah, well, hey, you know, I mean, I get why you feel that way. I do.
I need you. I love you. I love you, brother. Fucking love you.
All right. Well, hey, great show. Great show because the boys dropped. So, my guy, there's no way you could top last week's sign off. So just go with it here. I'll do the socials here really quick. Facebook.com/Swinging Blindly Podcast. On Twitter @Swinging Blindly. Streaming live on the Apple Colorcast app. Well, I should say the Colorcast Apple app. That is the gooder English.
More better English.
Okay, yeah, that's right. More better English. By the way, GPS, who do you think has the best cheesesteaks in Philly?
So, all right, you want to bring it out? It was Jim's on South Street, but apparently Jim's burnt.
What?
I've
had Jim's and they're phenomenal.
They're the best steak in Philly, but apparently I found this out. I went to a memorial service 2 weekends ago, and I found out from my uncle who lives in Philly, Jim's burned down. Jim's on South Street.
Oh, man.
They had the best steaks.
They did. Patsy's is pretty good too.
I love Pat. Pat's is better than Gino's. Don't at me.
I agree. I will agree with you.
I'm gonna at you.
No,
listen,
you never had them, so
Gino's
shut up.
Geno's doesn't chop their steak up.
Right.
That's the problem with Geno's.
Yeah.
They do have better
Forget
provolone and they do have better fries.
But Pat's is the better cheesesteak.
It's all about whiz.
Yes.
You don't go get provolone. It's a whiz wit, people.
That's right.
It. You stand up there, you go to the window, you order a whiz wit, and then you walk over.
And that's it.
You get your fries and your soda from the second window. You stand where Rocky stood in the movie, and then you go take a seat and you eat his cheesesteak.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? You deserve.
Absolutely.
If you could see me, my hands up here, you know, the traditional I'll be here all week.
Well, good stuff, boys. You know, what a great show, and I feel like we've done all the damage we could do here this week. So,
I think so too. Thanks again for having me on. If you do want to listen, PJ, thanks again for the plug earlier, but it's the Sports GPS podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast,
the Sports GPS podcast,
the Sports GPS. Yep. And anywhere you get your podcast, we record Thursday nights, Parker and myself, and post it the same night. So the same day, you listen to Swinging Blindly in the afternoon when they post, and then you listen to the Sports GPS Thursday nights.
Let's go!
You are hearing the future of WIP.
There you go. I love it.
That would be phenomenal. But I'm going to let you guys do your traditional sign-off. Again, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And I do look forward to being a more, I guess, traditional member of the podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You already are.
It's going to be awesome.
You're a guy.
Yeah. Sweet Home Chicago. That's all I've got to say. Sweet Home Chicago.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, jeez. All right.
All right. Hey,
I can't believe you did that. That was ridiculous. Can't believe you did that.
Well, hey, you never know what jackassery I'm going to do. Hey, my guy, great stuff. Great job. Appreciate you. You did a great job. You and GPS D. Elliott filling the time while I was queuing up that sign off, which that seemed to be well worth the wait. Facebook.com/Swinging Blindly podcast, on Twitter at Swinging Blindly, streaming live on the Colorcast Apple app. I am Blaze Bryant. PJ Geary, any final words, my guy?
Oh, man. I just want to say good night, Chicago. Your baseball team really stinks.
Which one? Which one?
Cubs.
Okay, and you know you're not wrong, because White Sox are still in it. Who will be in it when we talk again next week? Who will be eliminated? Well, we'll get to all that, and by the time next week comes around, likely be that both teams from Chicago will be eliminated. So that's that, and good night, Chicago, and everywhere. And remember, don't care where the ball lands.
Because we're swinging blindly for the fences and no one gives a shit.